Hello all, welcome to part 48 of TestNG training series. In this session, I am going to explain and practically demonstrate how to use parallel is equal to methods in TestNG XML file for achieving TestNG parallel execution. So let's get started. In the previous session or in the previous sessions, we have used parallel is equal to classes and also parallel is equal to tests. What was the difference between parallel is equal to tests and parallel is equal to classes? Coming into parallel is equal to tests, the test tags were executing parallelly. Okay, test tag group level. Okay, if you call a particular test tag in TestNG XML file, for example, here there are two test tags. Okay, there are two test tags, test tag 1, test tag 2. These tags are running parallelly. While something from this test is executed parallelly, some other thing from this particular test is executing at the same time. That is what I call as test running at parallel level, test tags running at test groups running at parallel level. But coming to parallel is equal to classes, there is a slight difference where if you go here inside this particular test, there are a set of classes. If you provide that parallel is equal to classes at this test tag level and thread count is equal to 2 or something, these classes are going to be running parallelly. Here test tags are not running parallelly, rather classes inside these test tags are going to run parallelly. Okay, that's what I covered in the previous session. Parallel is equal to classes. Now, what about parallel is equal to methods? Now, if you specify this parallel is equal to methods, okay, here either at the suit level or at the test tag level, what happens is the methods inside this particular classes, okay, the methods inside this particular classes are going to run in parallel. It's neither the classes nor the test tags. Inside each and every class, there are some test methods. For example, in register class, if you see in the register class, there are 4 test methods. These 4 test methods are going to run parallel. Okay. So this method may occupy any thread, or this method may occupy any thread. Okay. If there are 3 to 4 threads available, and any of these methods can occupy any of the threads, guys. Okay. Thread spaces. That's how it will work. Okay. So to make it understandable and make it simple, I'll move all these classes into a single test tag for now. Initially, later if required, we can move into multiple test tags. For now, assume that there is suit tag, and under suit tag we have the test tag. Under the test tag there are several classes. Here each and every class has a lot of methods, right? Here each and every class has their own specific methods. Now, if I mention either at suit level or test tag level, if I mention parallel is equal to methods, and if I mention thread count is equal to some 2, if I mention for now, okay, what will happen? So what will happen is that this particular parallel execution will not happen either at the test tag level or at the class level, okay, rather it happens at the method level, test method level. Okay, how that it happen? Let's see that. Okay, run this, right click, run as TestNG suit. At method level, the tests are going to run parallelly. You see, it's not happening at the class level. Login is 23 here. Again here login is 24. That means here login class is not reserving a particular thread, right? Login is here 23, login is here 24. That means that login class is not occupying a particular thread vacant, okay, thread position. Rather, the methods are occupying the vacancy here. Okay, login with valid credentials is running on 23. Then register with only mandatory fields is running on thread 24, because only 2 threads I mentioned, 23, 24, 23, 24. What if I mention 5 threads here? If I mention 5 threads, it will happen more different way, where multiple methods will be catching up multiple, okay, slots. For example, search to related class related, this particular method is running on 26, some other thing is running on 24, 25, 27. 5 threads will be created, guys. 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, 23 to 27 threads, but the methods are occupying the slots and running. This method is running on one of the thread, this method is running on one of the thread. Okay, it is not class based. Okay, we are not reserving this 23 thread to any of the classes or any of the tests. Your methods are occupying these slots. Okay, thread slots. So if I have to give an example here, for example, you went to a hotel. Let's say there is a hotel. Okay, in the hotel, there are 5 tables, and each and every table is having one chair. Only one person can sit at this table and eat. Now, what's happening is there are completely, if you calculate here, from login we have 5 test methods. From register we have 4 test methods, total 9. Search has 3, 12. The search 2 also has 3, so total 15 are there. 15 test methods are there. Okay, what this 15, out of these 15 test methods, one of the test method will go and fall here. Other test method will go and fall here. Other test method will go and fall here. Parallelly, guys, okay, parallelly, at a time, 5 test methods from these 15 test methods got occupied these threads, okay, these tables. Now 10 are remaining. If any of the slots gets cleared up, out of this 10, another will go and fall into this, okay, fall into this, fall into this, fall into this, fall into this, fall into this. 5 more will be remaining. If any of the slots, okay, immediately a slot becomes a thread slot becomes available, these test methods will go and right, occupy them, okay, randomly. We don't know which slot will be taken by which test method. We don't know. This is how it happens, guys. At thread, if you give parallel is equal to methods, this is how the execution happens. You have already seen the output, right? So which method is running on which thread, it's not sure. Okay, it depends on the situations. Earlier classes were occupying a particular thread vacancy, and only that particular test methods from that particular class are running on that particular number of thread. But here it's not like that. Okay, you see, such two test method is running on a different thread slot. Such two test method is running on a different slot. It's not at the, no more at the class level or test level, it's at the test method level. Okay, that's what is parallel is equal to methods. You can also mention this parallel is equal to methods at the test tag level. Okay, for example, if this only these two things are part of this test, only parallel execution will be up to this test tags, and test name is equal to test2 if I say. Okay, and here I'll say slash test, and here if I give classes, and if I give the classes here, is the search and search to here. That means parallel is equal to methods, parallel execution having the thread count. This parallel execution will be only applied for this particular section only, this particular test tags only. Okay, the methods of this particular two classes of this particular test tag will be running in parallel with a thread count of 5. Okay, but this one will run after this test tags, and here no parallel execution. This level of customization you want, you can add this parallel is equal method that's count at the test tag level instead of the suit level. If you provide a suit level, it will be applied for all the test tags. If you apply at the test a particular test, that means only that particular test related class related test methods will be running parallelly. Other class test related methods will not be running parallelly. Here only, here all the threads that got created, all the 5 threads that are created for this particular test will be deleted before this particular test starts, and here all these methods will be running, all these test methods of this two classes of this test tag will be running sequentially on a single thread known as one. Okay, let's run this and see whether we are getting the same thing. Only register and login related test will be running on 5 threads. Login, register, login, login, register, register, login, login, register. Up to here, how many threads got created? Up to 5 threads, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, so you see 5 threads got created. Methods, test methods got running parallelly on any of these threads. But coming to the search, this belongs to the second test where parallel execution is not enabled. So they will be running on a single thread, that too in a sequential fashion. After this method is done, then this method, then this method, then this method, then this method, then this method. Okay, this is how the parallel execution, parallel is equal to methods with thread count, some thread count will work in TestNG for parallel execution. So that's all for this session. In the next session, I'm going to cover another TestNG topic for you. Till then, see you. Bye bye.